You are watching a special presentation from Tinkle Group Gaming. Riki Raceway, home of the Jello Cup Series Championship 4, and we get Championship Weekend kicked off here today with the heat races to determine the starting lineup for the championship race. Good evening, guys. I'm Brian here in the booth with you. Of course, as we get going, final race of the year, we got our Championship 4 all set up. Of course, it'll be Bradley Ream from RFK Racing. It'll be Daniel Gittero from Joe Gibbs Racing. And then the two Stuart Haas Fords of Daniel Voiles and Annie Thomas. Three of them being rookies, or two of them being rookies in this Championship 4, the other two being seasoned veterans. And also to add to it, Stuart Haas is the defending championship team. So many storylines going into this weekend. How well will the 10 and the 4 work together? Is there any team orders? The 6 and the 20, of course, you know, how much can they do to stop Daniel Voiles, who's won 3 races this year? Annie Thomas has won 1, but she has really gotten hot in the playoffs. So do they have an answer? Can Daniel Gittero bank on that super speedway resume of his to carry him to victory here tonight in the heat races? And more importantly, can he carry it into the race and go on and win in his rookie season, in the final season, claim the final title? Those are so many storylines and so many more that we have to get to here in Countdown to Green, and really just all weekend. But let's start by first taking a look at the rules for this duels, or for these duels. So of course, we have the Riki Raceway heats tonight. The heat lineups have been determined by 3 tiers, so the Cup Championship 4 average finish. So Championship 4 contenders, or first and third in those categories, will be in Heat 1. Second and fourth will be in Heat 2. Then Tier 2 is positions 5 through 33 in the points with average finish. So it won't be based on points. You may see guys lower in the points starting up front, while guys that are higher in the points maybe a little bit further down. And then, of course, finally, tier number 3 is outside of the top 33. So all of our go-or-go-homers, all of our part-timers will be in this final tier. Keep in mind, tier 3, those go-or-go-homers, each of them, one will advance to the main event in each heat. The other will race in the LCQ tomorrow afternoon. And then right after the LCQ tomorrow afternoon, the top 5 in each heat will battle in a top 10 shootout tomorrow. Heat 1 being the inside, Heat 2 being the outside rows. So, of course, unlimited overtime attempts. Anyone that gets hit and crashes out will go to the rear in the main on Sunday night. But to go off of course, Heat 1, Heat 2, today, all we are determining tonight is positions 11 through 35. Okay, positions 36 through 40 and positions 1 through 10 will be determined tomorrow. So just to keep that in mind, that those will be determined tomorrow afternoon. With that, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the starting lineup and the green flag for heat number 1. So stay tuned. We'll be right back at Riki Raceway in just a moment. Welcome back. The starting lineup will be on the left-hand side of your screen. All the Championship 4 contenders, or both of them, on the front row, highlighted in green. And you see on back all the go-or-go-homers from about Nick Voiles on. They are highlighted in yellow. Those drivers will battle to be the top here today and advance to the race. The others will have to play in the LCQ. And then, of course, you want to be in the top 5 of this heat to advance to tomorrow's top 10 shootout. As the pace cars off, the Championship 4 drivers lead us to the green. We're underway at Riki. Bradley Ream getting out to the early lead. See Michael Hoax back there. not wanting to really get into it. In the course, you know, I believe the 19 is the only Joe Gibbs car in this race besides the 20. So you gotta wonder if team orders are gonna play out here, if any, or do they just not care about their starting position as much as they care about just seeing the end of this heat. Oh, the 19 washed his own teammate up. You see Bradley Ream leads that opening lap. And again, just being in the top 5 is what's important. Because if you finish top 5, you will race for the pole tomorrow. If you finish outside, you have set your position, essentially. Here comes Nathan Ormond in the 1. It's been a rough go this year. His rookie campaign not exactly what he expected. He's up here. He wants to battle with Bradley Ream. We'll see if he can. They're wrecking behind. 50, Aubrey Scott. The 20 is up and over. That is not going to bode well. Oh no, there is another Joe Gibbs car. Daniel Gittero involved in the wreck. And that'll put him at the rear for the championship race. That is not what that team wanted. As Ormond leads us back, let's go see what happened. 3 wide here, and you see Aubrey Scott just comes up. So does the 41. But it doesn't matter for the 41. The 50 just into that outside wall. You saw the 8 take a very hard hit. 25's around. 20 is involved as mentioned. And this is not good because if he can't finish, this will put him at the rear for Sunday's event. Anyway, let's go take a look at the onboard for Daniel Gittero. Daniel Gittero's onboard. Yeah, this looks like just about nothing he can do. He gets hit by his teammate too, and you see the engine's blown. That means Gittero to the rear for the race. Unfortunate for one of your Championship 4 contenders. We'll take you back to the green in just a moment. Alright, welcome back. We're ready to go racing once again. It'll be Nathan Ormond, Kyler Anderson, Brittany White, Mitchell Hodak, and Bradley Ream rounding out your top 5. Those 5, if it ended right now, would battle for the pole tomorrow in the top 10 shootout. And then in 6th is that first goer go homer, Skylar Martinez. He would be locked in if he can just hang on here for the final 5 laps. And we'll see in just a moment as Ormond leads us back to the green. We're racing once again at Riki. 05 went low, so did the 21. See Ormond protecting that inside. Boy, a win in this heat would just give him all sorts of confidence. Here comes Brittany White, 4 to go at the line. Brittany White to the lead. Here comes that 05 of Brian James. On the bottom, Colin Cropley down there as well. How's about that 21, Trevor Collins? He was 33rd in the points entering here today. Just made it in. Worst average finish of the top 33 as well. 3 to go at the line. There they go again. Hard impact for the 05. And he goes up the racetrack and into the field. Oh, man. Caution is out. Undoubtedly, caution is out. And boy, we're going to have to put up some prayers. We will have overtime here at Riki. Trevor Collins leads. Somehow hangs on to it, and he should just be grateful for that. Oh my gosh. Just a violent wreck with 3 to go, and let's go see what happened. I'm gonna guess just going 3 wide right here, and thought he was clear of the 21. That's what I'm gonna guess happened to the 05 here. And oh man, just destroys that car against the fence. You see Bradley Ream avoids it. But everybody else just unfortunately piled in there. And Brian James, a difficult hit. And boy, like I said, you hope he's okay after that. Let's go take a look, see if Bradley Ream saw anything on board. And if not, we'll take you to overtime in just a moment. Here it is from Bradley Ream's vantage point. Let's take you back to the green and overtime in heat number 1 in just a moment. Welcome back. It is overtime presented by Mitchell's Memes here in heat number 1. And it's going to be Trevor Collins, Nathan Ormond, Bradley Ream, Brittany White, and then the 38 of Faith Cole rounding out your top 5. Then we'll have Kyler Anderson, Skylar Martinez, Mitchell Hodak. That row 4 is going to be battling to make that only transfer spot available in these heat races. And of course, Ali Liara and Dan Hummel round out your top 10. And Dan Hummel has a few Subarus behind him. We'll see if they can hook up, maybe figure something out here that can get them to the front. Anyway, Trevor Collins, Nathan Ormond. We're back underway. And you see they slowed the pace speed down just a little. But anyway, here we go. Up into turn 1. Going 180 right now. Still in 3rd gear, a bunch of these cars. Collins leading. Here comes the 6 of Bradley Ream. He wants this pole, or he wants to win this heat and start the weekend off on the right foot. And here he goes. Bradley Ream to the lead. Here comes the 27, Skylar Martinez. White flag is out. 1 lap left here in heat number 1. You see, here comes the 27. That's Skylar Martinez. And again, he's trying to make the field. Forget battling for the win. He's just trying to make the field for tomorrow's event. He's going to have to hang on, though. Here comes Ali Liara. Here comes Michael Brown in the number 62. One of your part-time entries is trying to make it in. And through the final corner, Ali Liara is going to hang on. She's going to win at Riki Raceway in heat number 1. Congratulations, Ali. That means she will be in the top 5 shootout. She'll have the best spot for the top 5 shootout, being first in that event. Let's take a look at your finishing results, and I'll read off the names that you don't see here at the end. But we begin with Ali Liara and Michael Brown. They will be battling for the pole tomorrow with Austin Shaw, Austin Shaw, Brittany White, and Kyler Anderson. Now again, normally it's top 5, but because these go-or-go-homers have to go battle in the LCQ, that means the 27, the 67, and the 50 aren't allowed to battle. So even though they finish top 5, they will not battle for the pole tomorrow. They will battle in the LCQ, but Michael Brown will, because he was the highest finishing go homer. Of course, now I'll read off, as you've seen the rest of the results, the guys who didn't make it to the finish. Nick Voiles, he finishes in 21st in the 41. The 3 of Colin Cropley finishes 22nd. The 05 of Brian James finishes 23rd. Scott Upton in the 8 in 24th. 54, Cam Arkman finishes 25th. And then the 20 of Daniel Gittero finishes out in 6th. That's it for heat number 1. Heat number 2 is coming your way in just a moment, so stay tuned. We'll be right back here on Tinkle Group Gaming with the green flag for heat number 2. Welcome back. It is heat number 2 here at Riki Raceway. The cars coming off the pit lane, and the starting lineup will be on the left-hand side of your screen. And you see, of course, the 2 Championship 4 drivers, both teammates. So you wonder how that's going to impact how they race each other. Of course, as you look on back again, looking at the 15, Mark DeSoto, the first of the go homers. Again, the top 5, well, the top 5 regular drivers, or including, of course, the top go homer, will battle for the pole tomorrow in the top 10 shootout. The rest will be resorted based on the grid. So today we will determine the rest of positions 11 through 35. If the pace car is off, Danny Thomas, Daniel Voiles, they'll lead us down the front straightaway. And we are racing here at Riki for heat number 2. At 42, getting a good jump, that's Pretty Shaw, the best average finish, or second best average finish amongst the drivers that are not in the Championship 4. And she's going to look for the lead with help from Charles Sanford back there. You see the line of Chevys on the inside. That's not good for these 2, because that means Daniel Voiles and Annie Thomas are going to be going toward the back. You see Pretty Shaw leads that opening lap. Dylan Young up to 2nd. Last week's winner, or last race's winner, at Martinsville. You see him staying too wide. They're really not forcing the issue back there at this point. Here comes the 7, Nikolai Sykes. Help from Roberto Crown Jr. and Jackie Smith back there in the 78. And how's about that 15, Mark DeSoto? He is currently the front running go homer, which means he would put his car into the field for tomorrow's race, or Sunday's race. Of course, right behind him, Parker Jones Jr., though, looks to say something about it. And again, we mentioned the manufacturer alliances. No Subarus in this field right now, but there are Hondas in this field, and there's one of them, the 26 Chad Bedford, and the 98. And also, I think the 28, no, the 28 was in the last race. So you gotta wonder if the 26 has been told, hey, let's do whatever we can to put Parker Jones in the field for the main event. Parker Jones up to 2nd. Jackie Smith looking for the lead, and she'll grab it. Of course, the Truck Series outgoing champion. She's looking to have a strong start here in the Cup Series championship race, even though she's not battling for the title herself. '98, Parker Jones Jr., the go-or-go-homer, looking for the lead, and he'll take it away in that Andretti Global number 98. Two wins on the year for Parker Jones Jr. Normally, if we were doing a season, or normally if we were doing a following season, that would mean the 98 is in the top 33 for the first 5 races next season. Of course, again, this is the last season, so we will not have that option. Here comes the 84, Samet Ozkan. Here he comes. He's looking for the lead. Man, it's going to be another go-or-go-homer battle here at the front. And Ozkan looking to lock himself in. But Fitzwater's looking for the lead. The outgoing Cup champion. Looking to win this heat, and he will take the lead with help from his teammate, Eli Wolf. Again, Eli Wolf on a part-time effort, but looking to lock himself in. He's got Nick Hershey behind in that number 60 for RFK. Come to 3 to go at the line. Dylan Ibrahimian is back there as well as Parker Smith. But Eli Wolf holds the race lead for the time being. How's about the 43, Dylan Ibrahimian? Keep in mind, Chevrolet has no representatives in the Championship 4. We got 3 Fords, 1 RFK, 2 of... We got 1 RFK Ford. We've got 2 of the Stewart Haas Fords, and then we got the 20 from Joe Gibbs. Because we got 2 to go here. See the 91 and the 45. That is the battle for the transfer spot right here. And Parker Smith currently holds it. And he might not for long. Here comes the 45 of Christian Bracken. He wants to put his car in the field for the race. Looks like it's Ibrahimian's race to lose at this point. We're going to come to the final lap here in heat number 2. 45 got shuffled high. That 15's back there. And we're going to keep an eye on that and try to figure out who gets that transfer spot. But up front, it's Dylan Ibrahimian with Mitchell Collins right behind. How's about Daniel Voiles finding his way back up to the front? He's just got to hang on to a top 5 spot, and he'll be battling for the pole tomorrow. Out of 4, Dylan Ibrahimian. He's not going to be challenged, and he's going to win heat number 2. And how's about that? The 45 of Christian Bracken is going to hang on, and he is going to transfer in to the race tomorrow. Or on Sunday. And there are your results. Of course, Dylan Ibrahimian, Mitchell Collins, Chad Bedford, Michael Collins, and Daniel Voiles. They will all battle it out for the pole with the top 5 from the last heat. And then, of course, Charles Sanford, Roberto Crown Jr., Christian Bracken already have their position set. Mark DeSoto so close, and you see that gap. Just so close to advancing, and unfortunately he will race his way in, or have to race his way in the LCQ. And then of course Jackie Smith rounds out your top 10 as you take a look on down the list. It's not looking good if you are the 10 of Annie Thomas. She'll be starting toward the back as well. Not what that team hoped for, but again, it's not where you start, it's where you finish at these kinds of tracks. So we shall see. But anyway, we want to thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this. Tune in tomorrow for, we'll see you tomorrow for the top 10 top 10 shootout and the LCQ. Until then, goodbye everyone.